This isn't a drill, folks. This is real. Whatever you've been seeing in the news, whatever you've been watching on social media is true. Some of the images that you are seeing here are real. And if you have anybody who is sensitive to strong content or if there's children present, please, viewers discretion advised. Please. This is real. This is not a joke. This is not a prank. I didn't make this up. I didn't create this. I didn't Photoshop this. Did nothing on my Mac product to formulate what you're seeing here. This is real. This is a real thing that has been brought forth to us today after a certain team has played. I want to take this moment to just let this image sink in a little bit longer. I know this may be hurting some of your eyes. I know it's hurting mine, for sure. This right here is unacceptable. This, what we're looking at here, should not be our reality right now, but it is. This is what happens when there's years of negligence and incompetence leading your club as far as the decision making, as far as the next steps, as far as the planning, as far as whatever metrics you want to measure this by, whatever things you think an ownership or the people who are in charge should be doing. This is what happens when you have the worst of the worst, the people who don't know what they're doing at all, headless chickens running the coop. This is unacceptable. Listen, we're going to get into everything real quick. It's De La Spurs Live. I don't got a big intro for you guys. Just real quick, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, this live stream. It's not going to be long, trust me. We're just going to get some things off of our chest because this can't be a thing. This can't. I'm sitting at work looking at my phone. I knew West Ham played today, right? And I want to say around halftime of the West Ham game, we're going to get into this, but I want to say around halftime, I wasn't all too bothered. That's around 2:40, 2:50 p.m. Central Standard Time, 3 o'clock, right? 3 hours before the live. I'm sitting at work. Everything is still calm. I open my phone at 4 o'clock. I don't even look at the results of the West Ham game. I'm not even looking at the results. I immediately go to the league table, and this is what I see. This is what I see. You want to ask somebody about freaking out, throwing tantrums in their chair, literally about to throw my cell phone against the wall, going crazy. Coworkers asking me, what's going on, Sheldon? What's happening? Are you okay? Do you feel sick? Yes, I do feel sick. I do feel sick. I feel sick to my stomach. My eyes burning, tears in my face, loss of words, dry mouth, headache, confusion, high heart rate, nausea, lightheadedness, what all the symptoms. That's what I felt looking at this. Tottenham Hotspur are officially in the relegation zone. Officially. We all feared it, right? We all knew this was going to be somehow part of our reality, right? We knew that this was something that could happen, right? A lot of fans wanted to play delusional. A lot of fans wanted to say, oh, but we can win this game. We can win this game. We can get points in this game. We'll throw a parade for the team. That will get them up for it. A lot of fans, there's no way we're going down. There's no way we're going down. Just don't believe it. Just can't believe it. Just can't think about it. Not that they actually critically thought it through and just there's no fathomable way we can't be relegated. No, they just simply say, I refuse. I'd rather put my head in the sand and bury it as deep as possible. No sound, no light, no nothing. Bury my head in the sand, hide my body under a rock. I'd rather live in this delusion. I'd rather hide and run from everything instead of facing this reality. Well, there's nowhere to run. There's nowhere to hide. There's no one you can talk to. There's nobody at the PL that we can try to ask. There's nobody at Tottenham Hotspur that can submit something to the FA to try to change anything. This is the reality of our situation. Tottenham Hotspur, for the first time ever, and I will let me not say for the first time ever, but the first time ever, the first time in the Premier League era, we are now looking at relegation, straight at relegation. No ifs, ands, buts, no goal differences. No home game win difference. Nothing. This is straight up. If the league were to end today, for whatever reason, Tottenham Hotspur are in the championship. Today is the day of reckoning. There's nowhere to hide. There's nowhere to try to run off to. Right? This is our reality, right? Now, I wanted to just say, obviously, right? Season's not over. Season's not over. We have games that we can get some points from, obviously. We got, let's bring up the table. Let's or not bring up the table, but let's bring up our next 7 games, shall we? Next 7 games. There he is. There's the man. Right there. Next 7 games. What do we got? Who do we have? What's happening? We have Sunderland next. We play over the weekend, right? Obviously, based off of what I've seen over the past, well, we only played Sunderland once this season, but what we've been seeing all through the calendar year 2026 and our previous results against Sunderland, no points. No points. We are about to end this game week in 18th place. 18th place. One more time. 18th place. Tottenham Hotspur. 100 days without a win. 100 days without a win. 2 interim managers in one season. One interim manager now holding the record for one of the shortest tenures ever for a Premier League manager. What was it? 7 games? Did he have 7 games? I'm not even sure if he had seven Premier League games. Let me say that. Not just 7 games in general. 7 Premier League games, I think. We had the three London derbies, right? We played Nottingham Forest, Liverpool. So 5 plus the Champions League. So yeah, it might actually be 7 games. It might actually be 7 games. It might actually be 7 games. And through all those games, no matter how many games there were, how many points did we get from that? 1. Shortest tenure for a Premier League manager with only 1 point to show for it. We bring in this guy, the Don. Everybody has been so happy, so waxing lyrical about. Real coach, real man, actually going in there talking to the players, getting them motivated. He's telling them what he wants in the training sessions. the man, the myth, the legend, our hero, before he even stepped a foot into Tottenham, Roberto De Zerbi. He has 7 games to save Tottenham. An interim manager that's only going to have a week and a half of training with this squad is now going to have to look to the next 7 games to get Tottenham at an 18th place. Listen, there's so much I could say. There's so much I've been saying for however long I've been streaming, however long you've been following me on X, if you have followed me on X. All these things about from the ownership to the recruitment, decision-making powers, down to even the very specific things, to manager decisions on the game day, player performances, player decision-making, manager decision-making. All those things I've been criticizing, ridiculing, not just because I feel like I can make those right decisions myself. Not saying because I'm better than a Thomas Frank, or I'm better than a Tudor, or I could get this guy to come in and do that. I'm not saying anything like that. But for years now, I've been calling this out because this moment that we are now seeing was going to happen. Whether we wanted to happen or not, whether we didn't think it would happen or we did think it, this is what the reality was. This is what the results come from a lack of competency, from a lack of actually trying to make the right decisions on behalf of this club, on behalf of some of the poor recruitment over the years, decision making, where the focus has been from the club. All this has been leading to this moment. This is, listen, I'm just going to show the table right now, just so everybody can see what this looks like. This is what the table looks like right now. Right? And shout out to Opta for letting me use this table. This is what the table looks like right now. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the form we are in. Look at the form of the teams around us. Look how many points they have versus what we have. Think about the next teams we play in the competitions, or the next team we play in the Premier League, not the competitions, but in the Premier League. Who do we have left to play? Just take a moment and think. Just let it all sink in, right? Tottenham Hotspur, who haven't won a game at all this calendar year, who haven't won a game in the last 100 days, have 7 games to secure a position outside of 18th place. Whether through the injury crisis we have, which now there is an update on one of the players, Mohamed Kudus, we'll cover that. That now he's out. He's still going to be out for the rest of the season. So through the injury crisis, through the manager carousel that we've been having with Ange Postecoglou, Thomas Frank, and now Tudor, from the circus going on upstairs of the hiring and firing of CEOs and sporting directors as if they're just trading cards you can trade with your friend, right? We'll trade our sporting director with Arsenal's, and we'll trade this CEO for the Aston Villa guy, and we'll just trade everybody out. Bring this guy out, pull this one in. Bring this guy out, pull this one in. Yeah, we'll do all the trading, all the passing around, right? All of this for it to lead to this. 4 straight losses. 4 straight losses. Our last draw was against Liverpool with Tudor. We only got 1 point. I guarantee you all the points we've earned this season, or not this season, this calendar year, I can count it on my damn hand. This is where we are. This is where we are. Listen. Well, the West Ham game. First of all, let me do this because this was the only game that was played today. Because this was the only game that was played today. Go ahead and get this going. Here we go. Look at this. Look at this. 4-0, right? This is the team that's directly above us versus the team that's exactly in last place. 4 goals. Right? 4 goals, this West Ham team. This is a West Ham team, by the way, which I'm pretty sure at one point was below us by more than 10 points the beginning of this calendar year. Go back and look at it. 2020, at the beginning of 2026, West Ham was more than 10 points below Tottenham Hotspur. They are now 2 points above us today. West Ham, since the beginning of January, have won more games than Tottenham Hotspur. You could probably even make the argument they've scored more goals than Tottenham Hotspur. They probably conceded less goals than Tottenham Hotspur. And more importantly, I'm pretty sure they've had less managers than Tottenham Hotspur since the beginning of this season. Or beginning of the calendar year, 2026. If we get down to this moment here, right? Where is West Ham versus Tottenham? Now they are 2 points above us. 2 points above us. And we're going to go back. Hold on. Let me go back to their form was, right? Because we'll go back to this. Look at West Ham's form versus Tottenham's. Look at their form versus Tottenham's. They have more wins, more draws, less losses. I'm not going to say they're on a run. I'm not going to sit here and lie and say they're on a bit of form. That's not it. You know what? It can be simplified down to this. West Ham is just more stable than Tottenham right now. They're more stable than us. Look, a team that was 10 points below us at the beginning of the calendar year, they now have more wins than us this season. More wins. More wins. They scored the same exact amount of goals as us. Looks like they conceded more. But I guarantee you, if I could pull this up, I could try to pull this data up from just the beginning of the calendar year 2026. I guarantee you it'd be different. They probably scored more than us. They probably conceded less than us. And they've got more points than us. They have better form than us. And right now, based off the performances and the form that the team is in, I don't even know if we can necessarily say our players would be able to go against them 1v1 or 1v1, 11v11 and beat them. I don't know if we could beat this West Ham team. I honestly don't know. They've already beat us once head-to-head this season. You think if we got a third opportunity, if we got a game, if the Premier League were to cut us a deal, right? And they said, hey, you play West Ham one time, winner takes all, loser gets relegated, we'll end the season after that. Do you have any hope in this Tottenham Hotspur team able to get a result in that game? Not a draw, right? Not going to a shootout, right? Not out of the best out of 3 in one game, one go. Whether West Ham's home or we're home. However you want to set it up. Whatever kits you want to wear. If we want to wear the yellow kits that day or the black ones, if we want to put the lily whites back on, whatever it is, whatever ideal situation you want to put in, do you honestly think at this point in time, this Spurs team would be able to go into that West Ham team and beat them? Be honest. Be honest. And I can sit here and make this comparison for as a matter of fact, that's exactly what I'm about to do. Let's go ahead and do that. Because we need to actually see the reality of the situation here. Right now, with the form that this team is in, right? Sunderland. Let's look at Sunderland. Hold on. Let's look at Sunderland. You see their form, their wins, their goal difference, their players. Right now, do you feel confident going into that Sunderland game? Because I don't. You can put it in the live. You can put it in the live chat if you want. Do you feel confident playing Sunderland this weekend? I don't. Let's go back. Where is it? Let's go back. Brighton. Do you feel confident in playing Brighton right now? Well, let's see what form Brighton's in. Brighton. Whoo! Look at that. Look at that. Right now, do you feel confident going to play Brighton? I sure don't. Could give a fuck if Roberto De Zerbi's our manager. I really don't care. Roberto De Zerbi's not out there running. It's our players. It's our players that, and by the way, haven't won a damn game this whole calendar year. So I don't care about, but it's the Roberto De Zerbi derby. The Roberto De Zerbi derby. The Roberto De Zerbi derby, right? I don't care. You think we can beat Brighton right now? No, we can't. You think 11v11 right now? Look at the players they have versus ours. Who would you rather have? Who would you rather have? Which position would you rather be in right now? Let's go back. Where is it? Wolves next, which is, by the way, one of the games I said we have to get points from. At this point, it's a necessity. I only said we can get points out of the Wolves game and the Leeds game. But now it's a necessity. It's a necessity. This Wolves team is at the bottom of the table. They have nothing to play for, right? We're playing them at home, so there should be no pressure, right? We shouldn't be under pressure from our own fans, right? It should be easy. It should be easy, right? It should be easy. Go in there, no pressure, new manager, go in, get the job done, leave with the points. But right now, tell me right now, do you trust this Tottenham Hotspur team to go to Wolves and get a result? I don't. Let's go to the next game, right? Where is it? Okay. Next game, Aston Villa, right? Oh Lord, why even bring that up, right? Why is that even a thing, right? Aston Villa. Let's look at Aston Villa, right? They're not even on the best form right now. They won their last game. They're doing well in Europe, right? But do you honestly want to go into the Aston Villa game away? You honestly think we can come out of that game with something positive? With how Aston Villa's been playing? They already had our number at home. Let's not forget that. They already beat us this season. We are now going to their away grounds. They're in the middle of a top 4 race. Depending on what the results are leading up to that game, they're going to need the points from that. Do you have any confidence in this team going away to Aston Villa and getting the job done? No, I don't. Let's talk about the next one, right? Who's up next? Leeds. The game that I said, the other game next to Wolves, we need to go in and get something out of this. Home game. Listen, I'm not for the loser parades, right? I don't like celebrating losers, but if the fans feel like they need to do some sort of parade, hoopla, they need to start raving in the streets, right? Get a DJ, play some drum and bass, whatever it is in the street, have a disco party. Whatever you think we need to do to get something out of this game, this is the only game I think that we can get something out of. If we can't get anything out of the Wolves game, this is it. And if there's not 3 points, it's looking long, man. It's gonna look like it's gonna be a long night, because guess who's next? Chelsea away. Now here's one thing. One thing I will say though, we got points away from Liverpool, something that we haven't done in a while, something that has been an anomaly, you would say, over the past season. So is this the season of another result of an anomaly where we can go away to Chelsea and walk away with a point? Really positive, right? We really love that. But if you want me to be completely honest, no, we're not going to walk anything. We're not getting anything out of that Chelsea game. We're not. And this is probably the most vulnerable Chelsea has been, and I don't know how long. But do you honestly expect for this team to walk in to that Chelsea game? Because I don't. I don't have the belief. I don't have the confidence. Color me crazy. Say I'm a bad Spurs fan. Say I'm negative. Whatever you want. I'm just looking at reality. When's the last time we've done that? When's the last time? I think the last time we were even competitive against Chelsea in an away game was with Conte. And we still lost that game. So now you tell me with Matisse Tell, right? Kolo Muani, right? The Conor Gallagher derby, right? Oh, another derby game, guys. Or one of our former players played for Chelsea. So another derby game that I don't have any confidence getting anything out of this Chelsea game. I don't have any confidence in the squad matching up against Chelsea's. But I said the same thing with Liverpool too. But guess what? Got a result out of that game. Maybe, right? Maybe. And then last but not least, Everton, right? The kick in the butt game, right? This is gonna be the game. It's gonna be all. Throw another loser parade if you want, right? Throw another loser parade. I don't care. Throw a parade, rave in the streets, right? Everybody take a little bit of Molly so everybody starts loving and feeling the passion of Tottenham Hotspur. Ooh, I love this club so much. Let's go to the game. Good vibes. Positive vibes only. Positive vibes only. We need everybody together. We're going to have 3 buses go. We're going to have three Tottenham buses go through the streets to get something out of this game. Come on. Everybody get behind it. But Everton, last game at home, last game of the season. Listen, that game is going to be so pressurized. It's going to be so, regardless of what the results are in the previous games, that game is going to have so much pressure on it. And if you ask me, one of the last teams I would want to see at the end of the season is Everton. Because I feel like they're going to make that game as gross as it possibly can be. You have a team in Everton who, granted, I think they're either on or they're off from what I've seen, right? So we can pull up their form table now, actually. Boom, right? So this Everton team, right? As you can see, 13 wins, 11 losses. Like, they're fairly balanced. When they're on, they're on. When they're off on the day, right? So it will be a toss-up. Like, to be fair, it will be a toss-up. It will depend on what sort of Everton team we get on the day. But if you're telling me a manager in David Moyes isn't going in there who's been on both sides of the situation, right? Been with the team who's fighting for relegation, been with the team who's playing a team that's fighting against relegation. You're telling me he's not going in there with the know-how of how to navigate through this game, right? Honestly, David Moyes is probably one of the last managers you want to see. I'm not saying he's any sort of Pep Guardiola. I'm not saying he's like Klopp. I'm not saying he's some world-class manager, but you're telling me he doesn't have the knowledge and the know-how of being in the Premier League, as long as he has, playing with teams that have been in the similar situations we've been in. You're telling me that he doesn't know his way around this game, how to navigate this game, how to navigate this situation? You're wrong. And if you think he's going to make it easy for us, you're wrong. If you think he's just going to say, oh, well, Everton, they got 8th, depending on what, where they are in the season, they might be fighting for Europe, right? They're only, 2 points? Yeah, 2 points out of a European spot. So depending on what happens, they could be battling for Europe. So if you think for 1 second that just because that Everton team is mid-table, 8th place mid-table, that they're just going to give it up at the end of the season because they're not going to win anything. They haven't won any trophies, so they're just going to be on the beach for the last game. You're wrong. You're mistaken. They're going to make that game just as nasty and disgusting and gross as they would if they were playing Liverpool in the last game of the season, right? They're going to make that. They're going to make that one of their cup final games towards the end of the season, especially if they're fighting for Europe. Especially if they're fighting for Europe. Again, folks, I'm not joking. I'm not being hyperbolic when I say 2 games. 2 games is all I see points coming from. 2 games. Wolves and Leeds, that's it. And if you're saying that's totally unfair on the players, that's not that you can't say that. Brighton and Aston Villa, we can get something out of those games. And no, man. No. I'm not falling for that again, right? I'm not falling for that because there's a lot of fans just like you in your position that were saying, hold on, where is it? A lot of fans in that position that were saying, where is it? I just had it. Where is it? A lot of fans were saying that it couldn't happen, that this couldn't happen. This wasn't supposed to happen this season. This was never supposed to be a reality, right? Fans were just burying their heads in the sand. Well, I don't actually have a reason or an explanation of why we're not going to get relegated, but I just don't believe it. Just don't think it's going to happen. Sorry. Nothing you can say that would convince me that we'll be relegated. Well, look where we are now. So if you're telling me that this invisible hope, inspiration that's going to come from a manager that's literally been here for less than 2 weeks at this point, just about 2 weeks, is going to come in and save this team, save the situation that we're in. Hey man, there's a wall in China that's up for sale. There's a wardrobe to Terabithia in the back. I can show you after the stream. I can start another stream to show you the closet to Terabithia I got in here. There's a fighter jet. There's a fighter jet in my parking lot that I take to work every day. What in what world? What have you been thinking? What have you been saying? What have you been telling yourselves? What have you been telling other people? That's what I want to know. What have you been telling? What's going through your mind? What's going through Spurs fans' minds when they say these things can't happen? They just won't happen. It's unfair that it's happening. And I'm not going to be too much longer, but this last part here is about the fans, right? Because I've seen a lot of fans saying, well, Tottenham, the fans don't deserve to be relegated. The fans have been behind the team. The fans, we did the loser parades and we sold out the stadium and we sung in the concourses. And we did our little party raves outside of the stadium to get the team up for it. When the ticket prices were high, we still went to the games. When Tudor was manager, we still showed up. When Thomas Frank wasn't getting the results, we still showed up. But it's funny, right? It's funny Because the same people, right, that make these decisions that led us to this horrible situation, when it comes down to accountability of why we're here and why we're in this situation, it's radio silence. Radio silence. As a matter of fact, not only is it radio silence, where is it? You know what we do? When we see that there's an ownership that's not operating in the way that we want them to operate, what do? We come crawling to our knees and say, we need your help. We need to pick me up. Us fans, we just need to feel good one more time. Can you send the buses through? Can we throw a parade? Can we just have a bit of joy? Us fans, we need it. When we're on our knees from the form of the players not caring, players saying they're done. I'm going to be out of here at the end of the season. CEOs being traded like trading cards, like Pokemon cards, firing, leaving, coming back to sue the club. We were just doing sporting director at a sporting director, throwing whatever sporting director we could find in that position. Hell, we're about to have fucking 2 sporting directors. When all this chaos is going on, what do? What do we say to the ownership when we all need to get together? We all get together, right? The fan groups, right? The older fans, middle-aged fans, Gen X, Gen Z, Gen Beta fan, whatever generation of, when we all get together and it's time to make our voice one, first of all, we boo the players, right? Let's just get that out the way, right? We boo them, okay? We this whole get behind everybody, this parade and stuff, this shit doesn't last in the stadium. This shit lasted what? About 40 minutes in the stadium? They just boo, halftime, boo, get out of here. Whoa. People screaming, right? Old men with Spurs hats. I can't believe I can't believe what I'm seeing. I'm fuming. This shit that we're seeing here, that lasts for about 40 minutes in the stadium. Then it's all booze. Stadium's empty. People going home early. People going to the bars outside of the stadium to watch. They don't care. They stop. Second thing is, there's no Enoch out chance. No protest. There's no show of discontent from the fans other than going after the players and the manager, who for years now we've been seeing, regardless of who's here playing for us, if we have the Harry Kane, if we brought back Gareth Bale, if we had Heung-min Son, if we got the goalkeeper we wanted in Vicario, if we had one of the fastest center backs in the world in Van de Ven, we have a World Cup winning player in Christian Romero. Hell, you can even throw Lo Celso in there. I think he was part of that squad too. We had 2 World Cup winners on this team at one point. We had the players. We had the caliber. And what do? We boo them. You're not good enough. You don't want it. You don't like you players. This feel good factor that we drum up for them, that 40 minutes before the game we're all cheering. We're right behind you. Yeah, we're with you. This is Tottenham. Rah rah rah. What happens 40 minutes into the game? So you flip-flop on the players, right? You flip-flop on the managers, right? Everybody wanted Ange out last season. Well, let me not say that. It was split. Half the fans wanted him out. I was part of that half too. Half the fans wanted to keep him in. At a certain point, I didn't care. After he won that Europa League, I didn't care. I said, hey, if you keep him in the position, that's fine. I get it. He won a trophy, done something a manager hasn't done here in a while. He's got the credit in the bank for another season. So if they stuck with him, great. Back him, go into next season. If you got rid of him, great. Get a better manager, back him, go into next season. What do? We didn't do either. We didn't do either of those things. We got a worse manager. We ended up with an even worse squad. And we got even worse results on the season. So it can't be the manager. It can't be the manager. We've already been through the Contes, the Mourinhos, Anges, Franks. We've been through all that. And what do? We booed them. But when it comes to the ownership, right? When it comes to, what is it, Enoch out? When it comes to Enoch out, when it comes to saying, hey, why are we doing this? Why is the focus not on this? Why is the focus not on the recruitment? Right? Why are we spending all this money on coaches, but not spending this money or showing the effort in finding the players for these coaches? Why is it that we're constantly shuffling sporting directors and CEOs? Why can't we bring some DNA back? Why can't we? And I'm not saying we got to go get a Harry Redknapp. I'm not saying we got to bring out these 80-year-olds that were with Tottenham back in the 80s and the 60s and whatever. I'm not saying that. But why can't you find a little bit of Tottenham DNA? Why can't you go back to a previous player? He doesn't even have to have a staffing position. Just get him to talk to the players. Bring him in. Get him into the locker room. Let him smack a player in the back of the head. Let him yell at them bring something back from Tottenham that gives us some sense of familiarity, gives us some sense of our DNA back, that when we look in the mirror that we can remember who we were. They don't do that. When it comes to, you can even say when it comes to things like with helping the fans with ticket prices, the prices have just gone up and up and up, but the quality of the product has just gone lower and lower and lower, and they've done nothing to rectify to try to make the two meet in the middle. So in all facets, this ownership they've done nothing, absolutely nothing to show the fans that they're serious. They want more. They want to push. They want to progress. And most importantly, they haven't shown anything to say that they care about the club as much as you do. But what do we do at the end of the day, right? When we have the opportunities to protest, well, we shouldn't protest. Come on, that's going to be too rowdy. Come on, the players are not going to be behind it. Come on, guys. It's going to be too negative. You don't want to be too negative. We got to be positive. This is supposed to be a positive thing. We haven't won a game in 100 days. We got to be positive. We're in 18th place. We got to be positive. Come on, guys. Think. If we protest Enoch, then the players are going to feel sad or they're going to feel bad. We can't have the players feeling bad. Players can't feel bad. They got to, no. We want the players to play with a smile on their face. They should be happy running around on the field. Oh, look, there's that fan I saw in the crowd. Oh, look, hey, hi. Oh, look, I scored a goal. Let me give you a hug. Oh, I love the Tottenham fans. After the games, the Tottenham fans, they're just so wonderful. They're just so great, those guys. We love those guys, right? In practices, whenever we're talking about tactics, so we always talk about the fans, how great the Tottenham fans are. Oh, blah, 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 blah. We want that. We want it to be positive. We want everybody to feel good here at Tottenham. This is what it's all about. It's about vibes, man. We want everybody to feel good. We can't be negative. We can't protest. We can't voice our discretions. We can't stand up as one. We can't be on one accord against this ownership. We can't get them out. We don't have any power as fans. We don't have any say. We can't do that. But yet here you are. Here we are. Oh, well. But we can do this. We can throw a fucking loser parade when we want. We can pull a loser parade out of our asses. We can all band together for that. But we can't do Enoch out. We can't say that the ownership has been shit. You can't get a couple of fans to yell at the ownership box during the games. You can't get a couple of Enoch out chants going. It's pathetic. It's pathetic. And to top it all off, the reason why so many fans and everybody else around the world has been waiting for this to happen is because they saw this shit years before it got here. Years before it got here. They were saying this, Harry Kane's going to leave, right? Human Son's going to leave. Christian Romero's not going to be here if you guys continue to win trophies. Nah, you don't get it. Here at Tottenham, we're all about positive vibes, man. The players love it here because they love us. And we love them. Who wouldn't want to come play here? If you want to come to Tottenham, that's great. Because we love that vibe. We love that energy of players who want to be here. But everybody else in the world is like, what the hell are you talking about? You guys haven't won trophies in almost decades. You're spending almost billions of dollars on your squad, and there's no results from it. No results from it. You have players like Harry Kane, Human Son, Gareth Bale came back. Van de Ven, Christian Romero. You had all these players. Hugo Lloris. We had all these great players here in the squad. They were going to leave because we weren't winning anything. But what do we say? No, they wouldn't leave. No. And guess what? And then when they did leave, what did we say? Oh, well, they deserve to leave. They deserve it. You know what? You guys deserve better. You deserve better. Go on. You deserve to be happy. Be like it's an ex-girlfriend or something. Some bullshit like that. Oh, she deserves to be happy. Go on. Find your real lover. You were just here with us we were just here for the vibes, the good times. We weren't taking you actually seriously. You deserve to go be with someone who wants to take you seriously. Someone who really wants to love you, right? Harry Kane, go on to Bayern Munich. They are a serious club. They're gonna treat you seriously. They will get you to trophies. You will actually compete in the Champions League. You will actually get awards. You will actually become the player you were supposed to be in your career there because they take it seriously. But when you were with us, it was just good vibes, man. You remember the Pochettino days, Harry? You remember Pochettino? Yeah, we couldn't bring him back. But do you remember? Oh, man, good times. Human Son. You remember the days with Pochettino? You remember you were scoring goals for Harry Kane? Oh, you remember those good times, man? Good times. You won the trophy you won one trophy. That's cool. We got you a trophy, right? You've been here for more than a decade, but hey, you got one trophy, right? We got you one trophy. We got you those flowers during your anniversary. We bought you the flowers at one time, remember? Christian Romero, oh, come on, buddy. You're a World Cup winner. Come on. You love it here, Christian. Look at you have Van de Ven standing next to you. Come on. You're not feeling the energy. Come on, man. You remember the Europa? Yeah, you already won a World Cup. That's a bigger trophy. But look at this one. Look at this one. Yeah, the manager that you signed to come with. Yeah, eventually he left like the next season, and yeah, we've been going pretty much through a manager season ever since you've been here. But hey, you remember that one season where it was pretty good with Ange? You remember that one time? Remember the vibe that season? It wasn't even in the Premier League too either. We were in the fucking gutter when we were playing in the Premier League. It was only in It was only in the Europa League. That strict competition, right? Only in that competition. You remember that? Those just run of 7 games where it felt really good. You've been here for almost half a decade, but those 7 games. You remember those 7 games? You not remember the vibes on those 7 games? Come on, man. Van de Ven, come on. We know you're part of the future of the Netherlands team. We know that there's Real Madrid calling, Barcelona calling, that would love for you to play there. But hey, you remember those 7 games, though? Remember those 7 games? Come on, man. You don't remember the vibes we had in those 7 games? You don't remember the vibes we had? I mean, yes, we haven't bought any serious players ever since you joined. But you remember those 7 games, though. You remember those 7 games. It's just vibes. It's just feelings. It's just delusion this fan base has. People have been calling this for years. These people are going to leave. Your ownership's incompetent. You haven't won anything. So the results you're getting, the things from what you're investing in, you're not getting the results from. So eventually that's going to come back to bite you on the ass too. Everybody has been calling this for years. And what did we say? Oh, but it's Tottenham, man. Do you guys not feel the vibes from this club? That's why everybody's hating. Everybody hates on Tottenham because they don't get these vibes that we got. That's why everybody's hate. Oh, everybody's wanting Tottenham to get relegated because we got the vibes and they don't. No, it's because they've been seeing the incompetency of this ownership for years. And they've been seeing Tottenham fans bury their heads in the sand deeper and deeper year after year until now you can't hide it anymore. You know why? You hit rock bottom. Wait, hold up. You hit rock bottom. This is rock bottom. I mean, technically not rock bottom. You got there's still a little bit of sand left. Still a little bit of sand left. But this is rock bottom. Like, this is rock bottom. There's nowhere else to go. There's nowhere else to turn. There's nowhere else to run. There's no more vibes to look forward to. There's nothing. This is it. This is you sitting in the jail cell, all zoned out, lying on the floor, staring at the ceiling, looking at the ceiling spin, wondering what the hell happened. How did I get here? This is the moment for Tottenham. Now, positively, you could say you can only go up from here. But if you take a look at that form table, you take a look at the next 7 games that we're playing in. Hold on, where is it? You take a look at these games, right? You see, what is it? Where is it? You see things like this. Oof. You can be as positive as you want. You can give yourself the pep talks. You can try to invoke the vibes. There was many loser parades as you want, right? There was many, right? You could have a festival in the ground. You can bring some street vendors to come out, sell you some street corn, right? Some chicken on the skewer, right? You can have your local bars and pubs come out, right? Bring out the kids, bring out the dogs, bring out the family pets, bring your family, tell your loved ones to fly in from around the world. You can do all that, to all that stuff. But this is the reality. 100 days. Hold up. 18th place, 30 points, 7 wins on the entire season. 7 wins, entire season. The only teams that even have anything remotely close to that is Leeds, and they're above us because they're able to get some more draws than us. But guess what? They were just in the relegation fight, just like where we were. The only teams that are doing worse than us have pretty much confirmed been relegated. So you can sit here and try to muster up all the good feelings, evoke all the good vibes, right? Watch all the De Zerbi training videos you want to watch. Go ahead, do it. Do it as much. Do whatever you need to do to try to get yourself into that delusional, happy state that Tottenham fans constantly want to be in. But the reality will hit. Just like it will on Sunday versus Sunderland. Don't be surprised. Everybody's going to be all distraught, right? Because we were all sitting here drinking the Kool-Aid. Oh, look at Roberto De Zerbi in the training camps. All the players are saying this is the best coaching we received in years. Oh, this is great. We're supposed to have Mohamed Kudus back. We're supposed to be getting injured players back. Drink all the Kool-Aid you want. Keep drinking it. And then when the reality hits, and it finally smacks you in the face, hold up. Right? When it oh, that's going to be what? That's going to be 101 days, 102 days without a win. Still haven't won a game all 2026. That's now going to leave us with only 6 games to save the season. Looks like the style of play or that the level of the performance hasn't really raised. All those realities are going to start hitting us again. Over and over and over and over again. And then guess what will happen? Tottenham fans will be looking for the same release, looking for the same delusion again. We'll go again next week. Do we have a home game after Sunderland? Yeah, we play Brighton. The Deserby Derby. Oh, don't worry, guys. Next, if we don't beat Sunderland, don't worry. We'll get something out of that in the Deserby Derby. We'll throw a loser parade. How about that? We'll throw another one. We'll throw another parade. Hell, we don't even care. We don't even care about the buses coming through. We'll find the buses. We'll find the players' entrance, and we'll throw a parade there. We'll get on the concourse and throw a parade in the concourse. We'll tell everybody to get in the stadium early. We'll throw another parade. It'll be the same cycle, same delusion, over and over and over and over and over again until what? We get to about, I say, give it to about, let me get this pulled up again. Yeah, I say give it about to that Wolves game. And if we don't give it about to that Wolves game, we don't have any wins by the time we get to Wolves and we don't do well versus Wolves, then maybe it'll start sinking in. Because then I think that next run of 4 games, yeah. Yep. Those next 4 games, yep. That's all you're going to be able to say. Yep. Yeah, we play Aston Villa next. Yep. We play Leeds at home. Okay. Then we play Chelsea away. Pretty much results already a given. Then you have Everton at home. Again, maybe some hope. If Everton are not on it, their players are not on in that game, maybe we can get something out of that. But to be quite honest, if you ask me, with the history of Tottenham, right? With the history of Tottenham, what do you expect to happen in that Everton game? What do you expect to happen in that Chelsea game? Do you really think we're going to be able to go away to Aston Villa and get points? Do you really think that Tottenham this upcoming Sunday, with a week and a half of training with this new manager, is going to be able to go into that Sunderland game and get something? Tell me, in that Deserby Derby, right? In the Deserby Derby, right? What are you looking forward to in that Deserby Derby? This is the reality, folks. This is the reality. This is what it is. I think it's funny that there's so many Tottenham fans I was seeing over social media saying, "Yeah, well, I won't believe it until I see it." Well, guess what, motherfucker? You're looking at it. It's right here. It's right here in your face. And it's up to us. There is no more waiting on everybody else to throw points, to give up points. It's too late for that. It's over. The time of looking at all the other teams to try to fuck it up for us is gone. It's on us now. If you're looking, and if you honestly think right now with where this team is, again, 100 days, no wins. No wins in 2026. 2 interim managers in a matter of 3 or 4 months? Are you crazy? You honestly think we're gonna be? Listen, we're gonna end it here, man. We're gonna end it here. All right. Hey, man. It is what it is. Listen, if you're gonna be watching on Sunday, I pray for you. Honestly, I would say take that time and go to church. Fuck Tottenham, but it is what it is. You make your decision. Hey, folks, like this live stream. Subscribe to the YouTube. I see a couple of y'all in the video. Feel free to throw some chats in the live chat or in the playback chat. Let me know what you think about the content. Let me know what you think about Tottenham right now. Are you pissed like I am? Are you full of despair like I am? Maybe you can share the positivity with me. Maybe you can share some of your hope. Send me a prayer. Send me some love. Something, man. Because honestly, if you try to do that for the team, it's going to be wasted. It's going to be a waste. That prayer is going to fall on deaf ears. The hopes and cheers that you're hoping to give to the players are going to fall flat on its face, just like the players do, just like the performances do, just like this club does, time and time again. So, how about you bring that over to me? Give that to me. I need that. I'd rather have that right now. Give that to me. Don't waste that with the team. They don't deserve it. But let me know what you think. Like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. I also have my X down there in the description below. So follow me on X if you want to hear more of my crazy ramblings and rants. Listen, folks, it's been a crazy one. All right. I'm going to go lie down somewhere. And just kind of wait for Sunday to happen. And hopefully we can have some good news. Hopefully we can get something out of this game, man. I don't believe it. I don't think we are, but hey, man, I'm not much different from any other Spurs fan than just hoping, wishing, waiting for something to happen, right? That's what we're all doing, right? We're all just wishing, hoping, and waiting for something to happen. So listen, we'll be back live Monday. I don't know what the date will be. Next Monday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time here at De La Spurs Live. But until then, y'all enjoy your Friday nights. Enjoy your weekends. I will see you then. Peace out.